afternoon, everybody. If I could have everyone's attention for just a few moments, obviously feel free to keep working. But this is actually a special moment here where we get to honor some of our own for their accomplishments over the course of the year with the presentations of the Alltech A+ Journalism Awards. These awards were first presented in 2010 in order to honor the passion, creativity, and excellence in equestrian journalism. The awards are open to all members of the International Alliance of Equestrian Journalists, and they're presented in 3 categories: print journalism, photography, and broadcast. Alltech created the awards in conjunction with their sponsorship of the 2010 and 2014 Alltech FBI World Equestrian Games, and they have generously continued the awards right through this year, and we're honoring 3 people here today. The awards were the idea of Alltech founder Dr. Pierce Lyons, someone that I think most people in this room knew and remember well. Anyone who knew Pierce or even saw him from afar knew that he was a dynamic personality. He had a brilliant mind and he made things happen. He was one of the best friends equestrian sports have ever had, and I know I speak for everyone who knew him when I say I miss him very much. The IAEJ wants to thank the Lyons family, as well as Dr. Lyons himself, and Alltech and McCauley's, an Alltech company, for their generous support of equestrian sports in general, equestrian journalism, and the IAEJ in particular. I also want to thank the judges, and when I say that these awards were worldwide, they truly are. Our 3 judges who judged these past year's winners were Frank Kemperman from Germany, Peter Llewellyn from Canada, and one of our equestrian journalism legends, Alan Smith from Great Britain. I want to take a quick moment and embarrass a friend of ours and give a shout out to Alan McMillan, who won the photography award. Don't look around, Alan. Who won the photography award the very first year back in 2010. And just quickly, if you're not a member of the IAEJ, the Alliance does welcome new members. There are applications, I believe, on the back table, or else please speak with Kim McMillan, who is a leading member, former member of the Bureau and the IAEJ representative here this week. At this time, it's a pleasure for me to introduce 2 people. One, a longtime, very dear friend of mine from the World Equestrian Games, Susanna Elliott from Alltech, and also Megan Niehaus from McCauley's Brothers Equine Feeds, which, as I mentioned, is an Alltech company. If you would please join us up here. We have with us here today, there are several awards that are presented, and those who are not present, mostly because they are in Europe, they will receive their awards at European competitions later this year. But today with us we have 2 honorable mention winners and 1 award winner. The 2 that receive honorable mention will receive these very nice plaques, and then the winner gets that gorgeous trophy, plus, if I'm not mistaken, a check for $500. Pretty good. So at this time, the first award we would like to present is the Honorable Mention in Photography. She is winning the award for her photo that I think we all saw of Adrian Sternlich, who rode for the U.S. at the WEG last fall after one of her show jumping rounds on Crystalline at the Games in Tryon. It was published on noelfloyd.com. And this is someone who won the award last year, won it back in 2013, has established herself as one of the leading photographers in our sport. I tease her because I used to always wonder at what point I would have to scold her for something, but now that is no longer the case. She provides photographs for the U.S. Equestrian Federation, for the FEI, lots of other outlets. Very good friend of all of us, Shannon Brinkman. Please together and face the cameras if you would. Be nice and tight. And at great risk, I will ask Shannon, would you like to say something?
Can I hide? I'm so shy in front of the microphone, obviously. But thank you, Alltech, McCauley's. Thank you for having these awards, because without them, we only have one other competition for equine photography, like sport photography, which is out of Aachen, Germany. So this is the only two in the world that I know about. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Shannon at a loss for words, my goodness. The next award we would like to present is honorable mention for the best article, and again, this is in the entire world this past year. It was an article that I think, really two parts, I should say articles, that I think we all took notice of in a very big way. It was in the Chronicle of the Horse, and the title, as we probably all remember, #MeToo, the story of a trainer, a trophy, and an all too common betrayal. It had a major impact, not just on our sport, but much broader than that. And Molly Bailey was the author, and I think she is to be commended in a big way, but I really think we all should be commending the Chronicle in general, Beth Frazen, the editor-in-chief, the entire Chronicle staff, because it was something that not only touched on an incredibly important subject, but was so well done, and we really do commend the entire Chronicle for that. Molly, as we know, is not here with us today, but to accept the award on her behalf, another outstanding member of the Chronicle staff, Ann Glavin. Inside, Shannon, step up. You have these pictures there. Okay. And we'll do a group at the end. Do you want these?
Molly's very sorry she couldn't be here today, but she wanted to thank the incredibly brave women that trusted her with this story. I know it was a behemoth task, and I think the whole equestrian community, we really owe Molly a debt of gratitude. She really put her whole heart into this story, and I think you can see that when you read it, and it was really, really well done. Thank you to Alltech and McCauley's for doing the award, and yeah, Bailey's amazing, so props to her.
So our third winner is actually the worldwide winner. This is for broadcast. This is not the honorable mention. This is the winner. And this is for the second year in a row for this particular person, who I think we agree has established herself as one of the leading journalists covering eventing anywhere in the world. Incredibly hardworking. We usually see her sitting right here all day, every day, except this year she's out doing interviews for the worldwide live stream. The quality of her work matches the dedication that she puts in, which is attested to by the fact that she's winning for the second consecutive year. The award was won for a podcast interview she did with Ireland's Sam Watson last fall on eventingpodcast.com, entitled WEG 28, Sam Tells All. So I would like to congratulate and please welcome up Jenny Archer. So Jenny gets the crystal trophy, and $500 check. So Jenny, last year, this year, that's $1,000 now. Don't forget me.
I also have to definitely send a big thank you to Alltech and McCauley's. It's something that's kind of odd for us to be on the other side of the camera because we're used to being the ones to write about the awards. So it really is nice to be able to honor members of our community. And we certainly don't do this for the money, anyone who's in journalism, so that is really generous too. And of course, I have to thank Sam Watson, who was incredibly candid speaking about the World Equestrian Games in the interview, and that's, I think, ultimately what made it so special. So thanks, Sam.
So we'll just have a group photo with our 3 winners and our 2 presenters.
Alan, get one with Marty too, okay?
Yeah, and face the cameras.
Marty?
Yes, enjoy.
Susanna, Megan, we thank you so much. We thank Alltech and McCauley's, and Jenny, Shannon, and I will say the Chronicle. We congratulate all of you. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you to Kim for all of her coordination.
Oh yes, thank you, Kim McMillan, for coordinating this on behalf of IAEJ.